welcome to another episode of Three's a Charm. My name's Kanaya, and I have with me here.
Destiny.
Nikki.
Yeah, so welcome back to another episode. I know it's been a little bit, but it's Juneteenth weekend. So, how's everyone feeling? Do you have anything planned? Did you do anything yesterday?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be alive, to be young, black, and sexy. Um, I feel like I don't know. Juneteenth is like one of those holidays or like outing events where it's like everyone is like going out to the same places. So it's like I can't say if I'm having fun or not. Like, and I know I feel like I always be sounding like a Debbie Downer when it comes to functions in New York. But I feel like I don't know, I feel like when I first moved here, like, it wasn't as crowded, I guess,
And it was live.
at events,
hmm
and it was more, like, lively, like, now I feel like we all gather in crowds and stand around and look at each other
hmm
Yeah.
with music playing in the background, and then I'm like, "Damn, I've been here for 3 hours, and y'all talking about what's the next move? I'm about to go
what about
home."
this was the move. This was the move. Honestly, I feel you for like honestly, I feel like I don't even look at people no more. Like I'm just there and then like, all right, I did my thing. Now it's time to go. Like I definitely feel you on that. When it comes to Juneteenth. With this weekend, I guess you can say like it's a special weekend because it's Juneteenth and Father's Day weekend, so it's a combination for all the black folks.
Yeah,
We
shout out
get
to
two for
my
one.
dad.
We
Right.
get to kill two birds with one stone. So we gonna be turning up all weekend. But for me, I just I didn't really do too much yesterday. Just did some work related stuff, but went to like a game for Juneteenth. They did some Juneteenth celebration stuff there. Um, and for Father's Day, celebrating my dad. My family is in town this weekend, so I'm gonna be celebrate my pops and yeah. I think like the most important, well, not like the most important thing, but the most fun thing about like Juneteenth too is just like the like I feel like every year like we learn something new. Like the flags, like the heritage flags, there's so many different ones like for Black Americans like we can like identify with. And like yesterday I was like I found myself like, okay, like these 9 little flags, like let me one day I'm gonna, have these flags somewhere in my house because
Right.
this is a part of my heritage. So I think like every Juneteenth like I'm learning something more. So um it's it's a growing holiday. I feel like it's something that people are kind of like iffy with, so that's why you can kind of like don't understand like the fun part of it because it's like, what we doing here? Like, yeah, we got the day off, but like, what are we actually doing, or like, what are we? A lot of people don't really like understand like it's more so for like the Black American.
Right.
But yeah.
Growing up, like Juneteenth really wasn't celebrated like where we're from. I feel like over the last couple of years they've started to have like more celebrations. Like it's more like highlighted than it once was before. But it seems like here like it's always been a thing, like always celebrating, like having parties, having block parties, like bringing people together. So I think I've enjoyed that. But I think like you were saying, just like going to the function is just like okay, like are we trying to have fun? Are we just trying to gather for community? And I think that's just like a tug or war, like push.
Mhm.
So
I think I can come and just be like just with becoming older and like
for
just
sure,
maturing to like not just like with just like Juneteenth events, but just events in
anything.
general.
Yeah.
Like it's like okay, now what we doing? So
Yeah.
definitely understood it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot going on in the city. But yeah, we got a lot to discuss today. We have the World Cup, the Drake drop, talk about Love Island a little bit. So let's get into it. But our first segment is gonna be Behind the Charm. So this is a segment that we started last episode, letting everyone know a little bit more about us outside of the topics that we discussed. So, yeah, the question of the day: what's your most delusional thought pattern or habit?
hmm I gotta hear y'all for this one because I don't think I'm
Hmm.
too delulu.
I would say, I would say me. I'm always assuming things. Like, I feel like that's my most like delusional habit because like sometimes it's like some of the assumptions they don't make sense. They don't really have any facts to go with them, but it's still like I still think this and I don't have no proof. But it's like you can get the proof if you ask, but sometimes it just be easier to make the assumption versus asking.
Is it delusion or is it critical thinking? You might just be critically thinking.
I mean, yeah, but sometimes it's just like, "Alright now,
But
why
sometimes
are
like you
you
be
assuming that?"
assuming like what?
I
Like
don't
what could
know,
be thrown off the wall? Like I feel
'cause
like
I mean, I feel
sometimes
like for me, I always think people are acting funny. And, like, sometimes I don't have proof, like, maybe they're not, but I always think that they are.
what's not proof if you identify it as
But some
it being acting funny, is that not your proof?
but then it's like your view on, like, someone acting a way doesn't mean, like, their intentions may not have been what you're thinking. Like, you're thinking bad, you're thinking malice, and it wasn't that.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes.
I get
That's
what you
what I'm saying,
mean.
it
I
can
get
be,
what you
like, a
mean.
little bit delusion because it's just
Cause
like,
I
it
feel like I definitely find myself, I might can think something in my head for sure. And then be like the other person's like, actually no. But then again, I feel like my delusion thing, like just like piggybacking off of that, I feel like mine is like I think people are like mind readers. Like just not
ooh.
aside from like relationships, like in general. If we close, you should be able to know what I'm saying
Mm.
to you. Or if
Mhm.
I'm looking at you, like I need you to know. Either shut up or keep going or whatever it is. But I feel like too, like if we are talking about it in like terms of like someone that you are getting to know or like trying to like pursue a relationship with, like if you can't like read certain situations, like for instance, if I am upset and I say that I'm okay, like that's the thing. If I say that I'm okay,
Mhm.
I mean that's like any women.
But
That's
I
the
don't
okay
like
thing.
stuff like that. I feel like I struggle in like situations like that because I'm not gonna say I'm like awkward, but like I just say like I address the elephant in the room.
Hmm.
If we all like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like I don't see the point of saying that you feel one way when you actually don't feel that way. So if you're saying you're okay, but you're actually not, I'm not gonna beg you or like be like, oh, can you please tell me what's wrong? You said that you're fine. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Right, right. And the whole point of being delusion is thinking that the person is going to be able to do what you want them to do on the other
Yeah.
end. So if I'm saying that I am okay and it's a situation or whatever, let's say it's like a big situation and the person
Hmm.
really isn't reading the room, then it's like, okay, now do you really truly don't understand or you really just, you know, don't care about the situation. So it could be like a toss up. Like when it comes to like that's like the relationship side. But like let's say if it's like a friend and we in a situation, I need you if I let's not say that because I'm a cheater or anything. But if you need your friend on the same page as you, like I might think that you need to be able to read my mind in that situation. So that's just like a small little delusion, like just being able to know, what
I
I'm
feel that.
thinking in that moment. Like it don't have to be extreme, but whatever it is, if I'm close to you and we have some type of attachment, like
Hmm.
know what I'm thinking. Like that's truly it. But I don't really think I have like too many like delusions. I think delusion is a thing for people, but I don't think I
I think it's
have too
subjective.
many. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say my most delusional thought pattern is as long as I accept the consequences of all of my actions, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like when we are trying to decide like what it is we want to do, I feel like most people don't actually struggle with what they want to do. They more so struggle with like the cost that's attached to what it is they want to do. So like whenever my friends ask me for advice with stuff, I'm like, are you prepared to accept the consequences of what's happening after this? Because it's like it feels good in the moment, but when you sit after and you're like, damn, are you gonna be like, why did I do that? If you are, then I say don't do it. But if you're gonna accept it, then I'll be like, okay, do it. And people like hate asking me stuff because that's what I always say.
Oh
Because I'm
my
like,
god.
I don't know what else to tell you. I literally
Yeah.
don't know what else to tell you.
But I think that's also a valid question because I feel like a lot of times when I'm making decisions, it's just like the spur of the moment, and I don't always think about that. So when I do ask you things, and you're like, "Oh well, how will you feel afterwards? Like, what do you think? Like, what are you gonna think afterwards?" I'm like, "Wait, I might need a pause because that's valid."
Yeah. That's why I say I always think out every scenario of how this can go. And I also question my motives of like why I want to do stuff because I feel like when I was like a little bit younger, I would always be like, "Oh, I'm just doing these things for the plot." And it's like, what is this like plot even? What's the aim of the plot? Like you can't just be like aimless or just doing things because just because.
So now you saying since you realize that you just do things now because if you can accept the consequence, you just do it. So
Hmm.
give us something like what is something that like an intrusive thought that you
Oh my God. An example?
yes, I need something because it's giving delusion, but not like really like truly delusion. 'Cause I feel like that's just logic. Like if you
Hmm.
accept what can happen or what are potential things that will come from this,
Hmm.
then it is what it is. But I don't think it's too delusional. But I need an
Hmm.
example. I need you to,
Can I give an example?
nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. I feel like when it comes to like
Mm.
delusion, like people, people feel like it's
I mean, I am definitely delusional in a lot of ways, but like it makes sense to me, but that's why they're my delusions. Yeah.
exactly.
That's why I also say like I like rarely ever ask people on advice of what I should do. Maybe this is also another delusional thing or just me, but I rarely ever ask people on what I should do because I'm gonna do whatever I want anyway. So it's like me asking is like if I'm asking for advice for something, then I'm probably 9 times out of 10
I
just
already
trying to
know.
get
Confirm,
validation
yeah,
for what I
confirmation.
actually want to do. That's why I just be like, okay,
I
this is
can
what I'm gonna
agree with
do.
that delusion because honestly, it's the same way. Like I'm just gonna
Hmm.
ask you to see if you agree with me. Because if you don't agree with me, I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like someone that's like really like, all right now, get yourself together. You can't be doing nothing
Hmm.
like that. So then I'm like, all right. So I can agree.
And I feel like another delusion, or maybe it's like toxic thing, is I hate explaining myself. I also hate repeating myself, but I really hate explaining myself. That's why I also don't be asking for advice a lot because I feel like when it's something that's like you want to do, there's so much context that you
Hmm.
have to like explain as to why you want
Want to
them
do
to
it?
give you a certain answer. So I'm like, I don't even feel like explaining that. So I'm gonna just do it and then you'll hear about it later after I've processed it. That's why when I like say stuff that's happened to me and I tell my friends like down the line, they're like, when the fuck did that happen? I'm like, yeah, I just,
Didn't say anything.
yeah,
No, for real.
just vibing.
I'm the same way. I didn't think. Well, shoot, we got some of the same little delusions. I don't even think they delusions for real, but
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Now that everyone knows a little bit more about us, a little bit more about our, I guess, delusional habits or thoughts, let's get into the conversations about what's been dominating the sports world. So, I know the World Cup officially kicked off recently, and I've just been seeing a lot of articles about visitors to like the U.S. and them just being like over happy about like, well, not over happy, but happy about the
No,
smallest
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So what are y'all thoughts on that? Or like what are some like I guess first impressions that they had that you were kind of like, well,
I think the funniest thing is touching down in the US and going to Popeyes. Like
At all
that's
places,
literally like
dry
my like
biscuit.
throwaway meal. Like if it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm
Already
like, damn, what
eating.
else can I eat?
yeah.
But y'all come in specifically for things that are just like, eh.
Hmm.
But I know I'm not gonna say I know the food is so over there. However, every time I see them like having videos of them trying barbecue, eating the fast foods here, eating like the chips and stuff here. I mean, it's the reason why Americans are big as hell. Yeah.
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 We eat everything that is banned in their country. We
Yeah.
eat it here. That's why they
I
having so much
know, bro. I
fun. Like,
know when
what
they
is
go
this?
back to the where like Europe, whatever, they're gonna be withdrawing from that red
Yes.
40 dye.
What?
Like
What? They gonna look at them things like, oh, I really can't eat this. Like, not for consumption. Like, they got the labels on certain snacks.
Uh-huh.
Like, for, but no, I feel like everyone has been enjoying themselves. Like everything, like when it comes down to the food, like I seen like a TikTok where there was like a group of like Norwegian tourists and they were in New York
Mhm.
and like just like watching their vlog was just like entirely too funny because one, they had it was a place in Times Square. You already know it's gonna be
oh, I hate
overly
Times
priced, but
Square.
it's gonna be overly sugary. Like they had like went to a breakfast place and they had a syrupy breakfast, but they had ordered a milkshake. You know how Times Square they be having the brownies, the whipped cream, all that. So they weren't used to that. And they was like, we like this. Like we like the big size, everything. And then one of the in that same group, like they went to the Knicks parade, but one of them bought a Boston Celtics jersey. So it's like they don't know
Yeah.
those things. Or like for instance, like they seen someone selling puppies outside of their trunk of their car. Like these are things that people do in New York that's normal. But it's like, what y'all doing here? So I think those were like some funny moments that I seen. But I feel like it's in a way like the World Cup is it's like the Olympics itself, like just soccer, but it's like Olympics all over. Like, so you're having everyone, like these international tourists coming to the U.S. And one, I mean, it's good for the economy because they're spending money, but in a way too, right now what's going on, but it's like we're low key in a way like kind of healing because people are also taking pride in like you know the USA. So like for example, like Japan and Croatia playing like in Texas, like you seen like the fans there, they were dressing up as cowboys, like going to the rodeos, learning the line dances. So I think in a way like it's been cool to see. I feel like the tourists have thoroughly enjoyed themselves and that um sports in a way definitely heals people. So yeah.
No, I like it. It makes me wish I grew up watching soccer, just seeing how passionate people are. But it's also like your country is tied to the team. So I can also see there's a lot of
Like pride.
nationalistic
Yeah.
pride. That's why I'm like, I mean, I'm rooting for Team USA. They won their 2 games. What
Okay.
can I?
Okay,
Right.
Team
'Cause I feel like the
USA.
pride is usually there for like the Olympics basketball, but for some
Mhm.
reason with soccer it never.
Because the men's US team has historically been, like, so bad,
Yeah,
apparently.
I
the
think
The
the
women's
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 have been
team
good.
yeah, the
Yeah.
women's
better.
team is good, but the
Mhm.
men have been, like, terrible, and it's also, like, we have like you said, we have NBA teams, we have American football, which is way more
Yeah,
important
sport
to us
here.
than that, but I feel like if Team USA, like, especially the men, went on, like, a run and started dominating, I feel like more people would start to like it, maybe?
Yeah.
But I also feel like soccer as a whole, like, not saying it's regional as far as like people liking and growing up watching it, but also it's like they did play soccer at my high school, but it wasn't like a big thing
Mhm.
that everyone was like into or like, oh, let me go to the soccer game. Like
Yeah, it
the
was
interest wasn't
football
really
or
there.
basketball, yeah.
Right. Also thought it was interesting. I saw someone had went to Waffle House and they were like, "Yeah, this is a
Oh
10 out of 10."
yes. They did. I
They were
mean,
like,
shoot,
"The
Waffle
food is
House.
good. It's 24/7. It's like affordable." I'm like, you know what? You're not
Mm,
wrong.
going to the Walmarts and things.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. And then I know there's been a lot of conversations as far as like the last dance with some of the like older players, which I thought was interesting because having players that are like 43, 41 still playing on that level is kind of crazy.
No,
Yeah, but that's the thing.
the
Yeah.
conditioning and the stamina you need to play soccer is, like, crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. But
I,
that's the thing. Like,
hmm
that's the thing. Like, these soccer players, well, footballers, like they are extremely like fit. And as long as your body and as long as that engine is able to, continue to, pump, like they're able to play. And that's the thing, like soccer players aren't like, basketball players or, football players where they're getting injured as much. But I mean they're as quick. But like soccer players definitely, they body structure is a little bit different.
I was
But
watching it and I was like, wait, like they barely. I mean, they get breaks, but not as many as like
90
NBA.
minutes,
Like, and
like
that's a long game. I'm
mm,
like, you're running all the way from one end of the field. Like that is a lot.
a
No, and
lot.
maybe that's also another reason why I could
Didn't
never
watch.
really get into
Mhm.
soccer because I feel like there's not enough scoring. Like, I know a lot of people appreciate the technicality of it, like defense, this, that, and the third. I'm just like, bruh, I just see a bunch of people running up and down the field
And the score is
and
1-2.
missing. No,
Exactly.
listen, when the
Like
score is 1 to
only one
2.
to or
Like,
0-0.
wait.
Like what happened? Like yeah, definitely like in high school, like going to the tournament. Like all right now,
But I will
but
say I like watching because there's so many sexy players. Ah, and you can actually see their faces.
girl, girl, girl. But no, for real, like I
Let me tune
soccer in
in.
general
No, for real.
is
I saw what's that guy sent y'all Maduka?
Yeah.
Need that.
he African.
He's Nigerian.
Oh, okay,
Need
okay,
that.
okay,
We gonna put his picture up.
Yeah.
Yeah, need
okay.
that.
But no,
My
yeah,
friend.
yeah. That need to be our next little segment. Who's
The sexy ones. It's so funny though, because a lot of the ones that I think are so sexy, I like tell like my guy friends who are into soccer, they're like, bro, he's literally garbage. Like I think
It don't
Memphis
matter
Depay
about
is so fun, but apparently he's not even like that good.
Oh god.
Yeah.
We not here for that.
Yeah. And I also what was I gonna say? I lost
why does
my
that
train of
matter?
thought. But yeah,
Why does that matter? Why
that
does
they're
he
not
stink?
good.
Is as long as he's on the team.
Mm,
Did he make the team? Did he make the roster? So
I don't even know what team he plays for. I just know
he just
I
look good.
saw him one day. I
That's
was
how,
like, damn.
that's how it be
When I
though.
was watching the World Cup 4 years ago, I was like, damn, who is that?
You just can't remember their names. You know they have unique
Mm-mm.
names too.
No, this is
But
actually my first time ever watching it. That's so
really,
yeah.
I feel like with me, like I grew up
When I
like knowing about FIFA World Cup because of Shakira. Like she was the one always making the music
Mm-hmm.
for it. So since I
okay.
knew her
Yeah.
music, I knew about the World Cup. But I think now as an adult, like I have gotten more into it. Like this year has been like the I guess you can say the first year like I've been more interested in like or recognizing like the names. Like before I didn't really know who anybody was for real. Like
I only for real know the black ones, like Mbappe, Rashford. Like I only know
that's
the black ones. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, that's still good. I mean
I
technically
ain't even gonna
a
lie.
lot of the
And I
soccer
know
players
Messi
are
and Ronaldo and Neymar, but
yeah.
those are like the goats.
Yes, and we
Yeah.
talking about them. Those are they are the ghosts. They are the ones that
no
we're
role players.
that's considered
Nah, for I don't know no role players. Nah, that's a fact.
they, they are the facilitators
But
for
that's
sure.
also interesting after this World Cup because I know Argentina won the last one, I think, but I wonder do because I don't watch like soccer related media, but I wonder like do they have those debates like who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? Like who's the true goat? Like is that a big conversation?
Like media wise, I feel like
Like
it's
how
more
they
so
do
amongst
like
friends,
LeBron and
uh,
Jordan.
like
Does that make
But
sense?
I feel like
fans. But I mean,
I'm not
yes,
really familiar, but whenever I like always see people talk about Ronaldo, they're always like he's the GOAT.
Yeah,
I
but I
don't
see
know if
people
there's like
say
a
Messi too.
they
oh
do talk.
really?
They do talk
Yeah.
about
Oh
them.
okay
They
okay
do talk about them often like that. However, I
okay
mean,
gotcha.
statistically, Ronaldo technically is more famous than anybody in the world. But
Mhm.
technically, skill wise, it really just depends on who you're talking to. Because everyone's, if you're a Messi fan, you're gonna say Messi. If you're a Ronaldo fan, you're gonna say Ronaldo. But both of them has been in the World Cup for the last. They've both made 6 appearances. So Ronaldo
Mm.
said this is his last one,
I'm about to say,
according
Yeah.
to Yahoo.
ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I've been hearing about him for like my
Yes, he's
entire
been
life.
there
And I didn't really know
forever.
much about soccer. I just knew he was like
Mhm.
Yeah,
the best
exactly. So
before.
that's the
Yeah.
thing.
No, the more research I've done on it, I'm like, damn, apparently only like 8 or 9 teams or
Yeah,
countries have ever even won a
yeah,
World
same
Cup. So
one.
it's like when I
And
ask, you can narrow down like who you think is gonna
exactly,
win because it's like,
in Ronaldo's team, Portugal hasn't even won one.
Oh wow.
And he's been there.
wait, they've never won one.
No,
I thought
Portugal
they were
hasn't.
one of. I know it's like Spain,
Yeah, Spain,
UK, Brazil.
Argentina, no, France 2018,
Yeah,
Germany,
France, Germany,
Spain,
Spain,
Italy,
Italy makes sense.
Brazil.
Brazil makes sense.
Those are the ones for us being alive. England,
England makes sense.
that's it.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, there's more teams, but I'm saying like there is no.
but I think
It's
it's
only England and Spain has one each. France has two. Argentina has three. Italy has four. Germany has four. Brazil has five.
but that's what I'm saying. I
And
think those are the only countries that have won it.
mhm, yep. So I mean, technically, like yeah. So Christian's team hasn't won one, but
That's
he's
interesting.
technically the
So
goat.
can he be the goat? I'm just playing.
Boy, basketball, they never going for that.
Hey, I don't
They cannot
know.
win no man.
Yeah. Can he be the goat? Never won a World Cup. Let me stop before I get hate.
Yeah, they gonna say something, but no, them two. Neymar Jr. too. He's supposed to be his last World Cup. Harry Kane as well. He's from England. He's one of their best players. He scored two goals in the first game. But I mean, a lot of people scored at
Mhm.
least one or two games. But I mean, one or two goals in a game, including Messi. So it's a couple people that are
Yeah,
you
he
know
had the hat trick
leaving.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. The hat trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried. Well,
Learning.
they took his point. Like it's went away.
But
Okay.
outside of the World Cup, I couldn't move on from the sports talk without talking about the Knicks winning the final. So I'm sure we've all, been to some watch parties. If you saw the page, we've been boots on the ground. So how do y'all feel the city's been?
I just need to make a disclaimer. I was not going for the Spurs. I know I'm a Celtics fan. I don't know why y'all thought anything different. I just couldn't go for the Knicks. Nah, but no, go New York. Go New York. I feel like watching the games like in New York City definitely you felt it on a day. Like I felt it going to work. Like I felt it like just, you know, being in New York. Like everybody had Nick spirit. Like it didn't matter who you were. So I think that the city itself was enthused. Um I think that they definitely Knicks fan definitely put a standard. Like they have a standard. Like in order to be a Knicks, I feel like people live up to be a Knicks fan. Like in order to be a Knicks fan, you got to be able. You got to one be ruthless. You got to want to be up in these streets. So, I think that they definitely did their thing out here
And
in these
also
streets.
believing even when you don't have proof that you can
Yeah.
win, because to not win in like what 53 years it was, and still
Mhm.
just be like, I'm a diehard fan. Like,
And
Mhm.
they've had some
whoa.
teams. I feel like being here because I moved here in 2022, and I feel like even though I'm not a Knicks fan and I didn't go through all the Trent's years, I guess I can resonate with this score because I remember the first year that I came is when they started, like, actually, like, taking off, like, each year that I've lived here, they've gone farther and farther and farther
Oh
each
yeah,
year
been
with
picking up.
Jalen Brunson. They
Mhm.
added Michael, got rid of
Yeah.
Dante, brought Cat, so, like, seeing them revamp the team and see them make it further, it does make me feel a little bit invested into the Knicks, even though I'll never be a Knicks fan. Um, but I'm happy for all the Knicks fans out there. I'm happy for the Knicks. I love the team. And since the Cavs are shit, maybe
Mhm.
I'll be a Knicks fan.
Ah, ah.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
What?
Because one thing I will say, I always say, obviously there's like skilled basketball players, whatever, da da da. But I say a lot of like winning a championship boils down to who's a bitch or not. And I feel like all of the players on the Cavs are just so soft. And I hate to say it, but it's like they have no fight. Like after we saw them blow that lead in game 1, I literally said they are too soft to overcome this. They're getting swept. And everyone was like, oh my God, how can you say that? They're not gonna get swept, bro. What did we sit and we watched?
Mhm.
Sweet.
The Knicks, you can tell. I don't know if it's a New York thing, whatever. You can tell that they all have like that internal
Mhm.
grit, and they want to win. Like all of the deficits that they've overcame
Mhm.
throughout the run, bro. They came back from what was it, 29 points
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they were never going away. So, go Knicks, go Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great to see as well. Just everybody supporting their team. I think for me, I'm just like, dang. I know the Panthers. They went to the Super Bowl in 2016, and I know how much everyone was invested in like them
Yeah.
going there, them getting there. Because honestly, that team, oof. But
Never again.
I'm telling you, but it was a time
Mhm.
then. So I'm like, just to see, I guess, be in the city when the Knicks win, see how everyone's like so happy, and like older people, they're like, yeah, like I've been waiting for this moment.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
no, I thought it was great to see.
Especially the older Knicks fan. This
Yeah.
guy showed a photo of himself in 1999, like the last. Remember when we were at the watch party?
Oh
And
yeah.
he was like, "This is the last time we won," and he was still a grown man. I was like, "Wait,
Hold on.
this is
The
crazy.
math ain't
This
nothing.
is crazy." So I can, I understand it because it's the same way. Like the year the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, bro. I literally felt
Crazy.
alive every single day. Like that feeling. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, but I agree with what you said about with Jalen Brunson, but I'm gonna just push forward. Did y'all see what or hear about what Stephen A. Smith said about like this kind of the Knicks win saves the NBA? Basically, he was talking about how drafting would basically be changed because of how we got to think about Wimby. Like if the Spurs would have won, what would this look like for teams or teams who are drafting? Would they want someone who looks more like Wimby, or how can we have someone that can fit category of facing up, or matching up with Wimby? Um, because there are guards like Jalen Brunson with his stature who dropping 45 the night that they, because the Spurs were their defense that night. I mean, the last game they were, I mean, in general, the whole series they were very physical when it came to Jalen Brunson, and even with his like hit, what is he like 6'3"?
Jalen Brunson?
How tall is
Maybe
he?
like
Maybe like
6'1".
Okay,
yeah,
6'1". I just
5'11".
gave him a little, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's a little bit on the small side. So given his stature, I wouldn't even give him a number.
Yeah. Right.
Given his stature, he definitely like what he was saying was basically like this still this still gives a highway or pathway for these guards who are on the smaller side or smaller than Wimby. I mean, everyone's smaller than Wimby,
Mhm.
but guards who are actually still physical or still has that that athleticism to you know be successful for their team or be able to guide their team to a finals win. So I thought it was interesting to hear him say that because at first I was like, then I was like, oh, okay, that definitely is because we definitely do, or we're definitely going to see a lot of the new um NBA like draftees come in who are on the taller side who can match up with Wimby. So it will be interesting to see like how franchises will move around players, especially given a lot of veterans who are being moved around too. So thought that was cool. But yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
Knicks is on a rise with I think everyone, a lot of teams in general are
I
front
feel like
offices on a rise with reconstructing and building
okay, sports
right.
might be dominating the headlines, but we can't have a summer conversations without talking about music. So I know there's been a lot of music recently dropped, but what do y'all say is the song of the summer? What are y'all hearing a lot when y'all go out?
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. That's definitely the song of the summer. I feel like the song of the summer is determined obviously by how many people play the song, but when you see men singing and dancing along
Especially
to it's like when Glorilla had her summer.
mhm.
When a girl can have a song that the men like, it helps.
Yeah, especially the context too, because I feel
Yeah.
like men be overly like, "I'm not tricking, I'm not doing this,
Yeah.
go digging this, go digging that," but you talking about spin that shit. Oh, okay. So nah, I think I agree with that. Also, I would add shebang. I feel like that's a good like.
I
I
feel
mean,
I
like
feel like
they're
everyone likes that.
forcing it on us.
Shabang.
I think it's because that video with that guy with the whole town, like. So now it's turned into like, oh, it's a whole dancing
Yeah.
town, like.
That's
But I would
fair.
say spin that, and then second, I would say shebang. So
Mhm.
I would say for some reason I just keep hearing this song, the Motion Party by Boss Man D-Lo. Motion Party.
okay,
And True Besties is one of the ones that I picked from the Drake album. But two, if I had to pick another one, I'd say Run to Atlanta. I like Run to Atlanta by Drake and Future.
yeah.
So
I don't think I've heard that
um
song out in New York.
yeah,
I haven't
which
heard it out, but I've
both
heard
of
like
those.
people like talking about it or playing it on like TikTok and stuff.
Mhm.
Which ones?
Run to Atlanta.
That makes sense.
I like it.
But
It's a
True
summer song
Bestie,
for
I'm
me.
ready. True Bestie, I'm ready to hear that out. I don't know why people are not playing that.
Because I think not to go off topic, but
I was about to say you
we
go
are
off
in a
record.
DJ crisis. They be on the
Talk
ones and
about
twos
it.
looking up bullshit.
Talk about
But
it.
let's move on.
They just be pulling up the SoundCloud.
No, like, boy, are you cool? Like,
You know what you doing?
Because are you actually playing this live? Because what made you mix them two songs?
I also think we have moved past playing every girl in the world at the function.
Every girl in the world.
I like a long hair, thick red bone.
But
I don't know. Every time I hear
I feel
that
like I
song,
still. I feel like
bro,
I hear.
every time I hear it, I get so
Yeah.
irritated.
Oh yeah, you right.
I actually like that song, but I get what you're saying. They
It's
do play
so
it every single time, and you know what
overplayed.
they're gonna mix before it.
Yes.
Timeless. We
It's
need to get
gonna go
timeless
every girl
music.
in the world, then
Like
Bedrock,
Yeah.
then Make Me Proud. Like, please,
They
Yeah.
they
are we all sharing the same mix? Also, is there a AI technology for the DJs to come together and say, don't play this because I'm gonna like why
Like, do we have a
Why are
set
we still playing
list? Are
this?
is
we
there a
putting in
set
this?
list?
No,
Yes.
I
Like
think
what's
it's really
happening?
it's really just the ear.
But I feel like in New York, you're having like 4 DJs. So if you don't talk and then like the next DJ
Yeah,
comes, they play
some
the
DJs
same
be
song. We
playing the
hear it
same
like spin
songs.
that 4 times. I
Some
like the song, but hey,
yeah.
Yeah.
hey, it gets to a point.
I've already done the electric. I've already hit my electric slide quota for tonight.
Exactly. That we're not about to keep going.
And we gotta do it the whole song. Like, can we cut it?
And then yesterday they played the Beyonce one afterwards. Usually they mix it in. You we gonna electric slide for 2 whole songs, 6 minutes.
Then you're gonna add Beyonce on top?
What?
Like, nah.
Yeah, we are in a
No.
DJ crisis.
But there's still some good DJs out there.
Where
Shout out
they
to all the
at?
good DJs.
On TikTok?
Y'all know who y'all are.
No, I feel like there's a few in New York, but I
I
also
feel like I
feel
see the same kids in
like
New York.
I don't know. This weekend just got me through, but I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to hear another set. I ain't gonna lie. Unplug everything. Let me unlock.
Not for real though.
Outside of like those type songs, y'all have like any like R&B or like pop songs that y'all think that would be?
The song of the summer.
R&B or pop?
Y'all heard that Shoulda Never by Kaylani and Usher? It may not be a song of the summer, but it is a good
No, I
song.
think my uncle told me about that, but I haven't listened to it. It's on her new album.
Mhm.
No, I haven't listened to it.
Two, I think like with songs of the summer too, like I think about what is happening that summer, and that's what like
Mhm.
Taylor like what songs I like.
Right.
Like if you're thinking about 2016, you gonna automatically think about Lil Uzi something
Right.
like that. So,
Also, I'm gonna add one more. Sorry, E85.
ooh,
Don
I have it up here. Yes,
Yeah.
E85 by
I love
Don
that.
Tolliver.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that
That
is
whole
a
album beat down. That album is so good.
yes, that right there. Summer song.
But yeah, speaking of hot topics, a lot of music. Let's talk about Love Island and reality TV.
Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes.
Wait, why you say tomatoes?
Tomato. Now I feel like when it comes to Love Island, like they always are like the seasons are always like a toss up. Like you never like one season's gonna be good, next season's gonna be all right, the next season's gonna be amazing, then the next season falls off. So I feel like it right now it's in that fall off ish.
But
But
I
then
was
again,
gonna
it's because they changed how they cast. Like their casting is always
I was
kind of
gonna
different.
say. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like the high expectations for Love Island like came from the Serena that
Exactly,
season. So I feel like
exactly.
everyone trying to live up to that, and
And
like
you can't.
last season, everyone was trying to
They was fake.
live up to that. They knew like those past contestants. They were like, oh,
Mm.
like let me try to be a little bit similar. Let me try to be a little bit strategic,
And
and
it's like,
that wasn't
mm,
authentic. But this season, I don't feel like it's horrible. I feel like they cast it pretty good.
yeah,
I would
diverse.
say
They got
the main thing for me, like you said, with the challenges, they don't have like, oh, people going out on dates. You don't hear
yeah,
like a lot of the conversations like getting to know people, like
yeah.
them getting to know each other. So it's just like, this is overly freaked out to be honest. Like,
I don't think any of the people on the island are compatible as dating.
Mm-mm.
Is my biggest takeaway from watching all of the episodes, and the most compatible couple on paper. I feel like they probably have a lot of chemistry, Melanie and Sincere, but they're just so toxic
Toxic. Yeah, it's
where
like
it's
people be
like
jealous.
this not even gonna last
It's
no,
because
after the show
like
ends.
yeah.
And it's also interesting. One thing I have noticed is I think it's interesting seeing all of the straight men watching Love Island now. But I do kind of like it in a sense that I do like to hear a diverse range of like opinions from everyone.
hmm
Cause like I feel like a lot of people's opinions on Love Island too, when I like go on Twitter after the show, I'm like, you can kind of see why dating is how it is now by people's
Yeah.
takeaways from
Yes.
these episodes
hmm
because I
Mhm.
feel like people are either very emotionally immature or very entitled very early.
Yeah,
There's no balance. Yeah.
no, that's true.
I can agree with that. It is a lot of people that's on love, like on the Love Island wave, like especially like yeah, straight men, which is pretty cool. But it's like you said, like the insight is
Hmm.
you actually see how people think and what they feel
Because
about
it's
others
like
when it comes to.
the hot topic, like the couples, obviously Melanie and Sincere, Casey and Anaya, and it's always interesting after every episode
I don't think they don't look good
people's
together.
people's reaction
Who, Casey and
to
Anaya?
I feel
Mhm.
like it's not genuine. I feel like they just
I feel like they look good physically together, and they're also the only
you think
2.
they're compatible?
I don't think they're
Yeah, I don't think they're
compatible.
compatible. I
I
mean,
feel
like
like
look wise, yeah. I mean,
I don't think they're
but I don't think they're
compatible.
'cause I
genuinely
feel like even the
compatible
conversation
together.
they had, and she was just like, yeah, like I got her saying she wanted him to be like serious when like they had the conversation, but I also think she's just like more like a serious person. I feel like he's more like
Goofy.
Yes,
goofy
his
and
faces,
like
Casey's faces be killing me. Like
yeah.
any
And I just
Mhm.
feel like they also like this season and kind of the past season, it's just like they're too locked in too early. Like I feel like
yeah.
you should explore. That's what the game is. Like if you get there week
Mhm.
one, you're like, this is my person, then you can go home. I'm sorry.
I'm
Like
about to say,
I'm
and
sorry,
this
you can
is
Because
go
you
why
found your
home.
this is
couple.
why
You
I
found
would
it.
get kicked off of Love Island. Like, for example, part of the reason why Gabe got kicked off in their
Oh
discussion is they felt like he moved on too
Too
fast
yeah.
from what, like, bro,
no,
I
That's
I
would
what
wouldn't
that's
like
the
literally
whole
it.
point. That's the
No.
I
whole
would
point.
literally be kicked off the show. And as much as I dislike Kenzie, ah, she
She
actually
exploring.
playing
She
Love
She
Island.
exploring.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Yeah, go
Oh
ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say people is hating on Kenzie because they don't want her breaking up anyone or even like so like they feel like they're you know
They
I
were
mean, I
treated
wouldn't.
so
No,
weird.
they were, and I wouldn't even say that. I mean, they are. I wouldn't even say hating on Kenzie because I feel like she entitled. Like you're exploring with other people, and then somebody explores with the person that they're in a
Yeah.
couple with, and you're mad.
Yeah.
they
Like
need to be
it.
jealous. They need to be
It
jealous.
just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense with her sometimes because it's just like you're here to explore. You can't be mad because I'm
Explore.
exploring.
I can't survive Love Island. I'm not exploring nothing.
That's what I
I'm
feel
not
like. Y'all think I could
exploring
go on
nothing.
there?
Once
I
I
you're
know
feel
you're gonna get
like
mine,
me
you're
kicked off.
fine.
I could go on there, but I would get kicked off. Like they would be tired of me because number one, none of y'all. I don't want to say the B word. None of y'all girls is my friend.
No,
Number
for real.
one.
I'm playing the game. If I'm up there, I'm playing the
That's
game.
what I was
I'm
saying.
not
Number
getting close
two,
with nobody.
it's too much kissing too
Yes,
soon.
they was going crazy the first episode.
And number three, I don't like I don't think I could be in a secluded environment with a bunch of passive aggressive and non-confrontational people.
People, yeah.
Cause it's just like, okay, what are we doing now?
Yeah.
I can't be the villa. It looked like
And it's like it's too
I can't
much of the same conversations. Like
Over
I
and over.
swear Anaya and Casey have had the same conversation like
over and
5 times
Mhm.
about
I,
exploring. And also I liked Casey, but I feel like as time has gone, he's like kind of corny, kind of lame.
And it's also like I feel like he's pulling a sincere a little bit where it's like he's saying one thing, but then in the confessional he's saying something else because he's like, oh well, dang, I wish I would have got to explore. Oh, you could have did that
I
if
feel like
that's what you
both
wanted to
I
do.
feel like it's two
Everyone said they
things. Like
Like I know
I
he
feel
would
like
probably feel bad.
they said they want to
yeah, I
respect
feel like
couples.
he's like
Couples. There shouldn't be couples.
yeah, and that's another thing where I feel like I don't know, everyone cares too much about what each other thinks of the situation.
Yeah.
But I will say, when he was talking to her, he did get pulled mid
No, he did. And
exploration.
that's the thing this season. They have did that multiple times, pulling people
hmm
while they're talking. It's just like, what are we doing here? Like, you can't
They're
even
not
explore
playing the
nobody. If,
game.
like you said, I'm getting pulled, like, and you're like, oh, what were
hmm
y'all talking about? What did y'all like? Be cool. Like, you go explore. And
hmm
that's the thing. And even with the contestants, I mean, I think they casted a wide variety. I think that's where I was saying that they did good, but also it's just like a lot of people don't have options as
Yeah.
far as like interest.
Look wise,
Look,
yes, like
yeah.
they're like I was talking to one of my friends. They were like, there is no one really attractive on this episode, and I mean, like you have to give people something to work with. Like if they don't have anything to work with, then it's like, of course, not when they don't want to explore. They're gonna let everyone else explore, try to see what they, what they working with. But you gotta have somebody.
That's why I think what's his name, Sean.
hmm
Yeah,
But why would they
I like
put a
Sean.
baby
I
daddy
did.
on there? No,
He
like
did.
that
He
don't
did
make
had a
no
kid. That was a
sense.
a
You
point.
got a toddler and
But
you're
that's
on
real
Love
life dating
Island.
though. That's real life
It
dating
is,
But
though.
but
I think
like
it's
the
the
the the
age.
the I would say the girls are
Yeah.
too young
Oh
for
yeah, it
the
was like
guys that they
Yeah.
yeah.
tried to put on
Yeah,
there.
Bryce was like 28, 29.
Yeah,
The
he's
rest of them like
29.
And then the
22,
girls are like 20.
20.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
girls are too young. And that's probably another reason why I feel like the exploring and
Yeah.
how the season is how it's turning out is because I feel like they're all way too young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played
No,
the
that's
yeah,
a
the
point.
girls definitely and they were saying it on like social media. They were like, Kenzie's barely an adult. Like, no, they on this TV show, they know better. But I mean, yes, like they are young, but that we gonna see. who wins, who's really being
Casa on
strategic.
Monday.
Give me
Casa
that.
Amora
Where
needs
the
to
hoes at?
do more.
I hope they bring back movie night too, cause I need them to be seeing what people saying, cause
Oh yeah, I feel like it's
they
not
didn't
as
do that last year, and I'm like,
They need to.
they need to,
need
cause
some
the amount of
some
lying and
spice.
like just stuff that's going
Put it
on,
on.
just put it on the table, put it on the floor,
Put it
like.
on me.
Exactly.
But that's why I say people would dislike me because I'm just gonna be honest. Like by the
I would
second,
too.
like it's
I
just
would be blunt.
I can't
But
with the
look,
games and
he
the
don't like you.
BS. Exactly.
He don't like me either, girl. That's okay. Let's
Exactly.
explore. Like
But that's why I don't understand why so many people disliked Beatrice. Because I just feel like
she was
she
exploring,
was exploring. She was also being, I don't want to say confrontational, but she was telling it like it is. Even when it came down to Gabe, she wasn't delusional. She was like, yeah, I know like he probably got a wandering eye, but I'm not about to make him forcefully like be
right?
on me if he want to explore other girls. Whereas I don't know. That's why I said with Anaya, like you're too bad and you're not keeping it P enough for
Mhm.
me to be a baddie.
Mhm.
Like once you said if you want to explore her, that should have been it.
Right.
Not 3, 4 episodes
Mhm.
of the same conversation and you needing reassurance. Like just be bad
Yeah.
and let him do what he wants to
Yeah.
do.
Like you said, Beatrice was real. I think my only thing was when they were like, "Oh yeah, like Kenzie gets dibs. I'm talking to this guy first," and then I felt like the way that she confronted the whole like Melanie situation, like, yeah, you said that what she did was wrong. You thought that. You said that. She said, "Cool. My bad. I did that. My bad." But then
I
they
feel
kept
like
going on, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm just bringing this to your attention." And I feel like there's a way to go about it, and I feel like everybody handles those conversations differently. Like I'm okay with you telling me I did something wrong, but when I say okay, I get it, I got it, I don't need you to go on.
I feel like
I'm
it
not
went
trying to
I
hear
feel like
that.
it went left the conversation when Melanie was like relax. Don't tell me to relax if I'm
But
talking
she
to
kept
you
going.
calm.
No, but she kept going on and on when she was like, "My bad, my," like they literally had that conversation for so long, and she kept like, "Oh yeah, I'm just bringing it." Like, cool, I got it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be like, relax till we get the point. I got it.
Like you ain't
I'm
gotta say
good.
nothing there.
I mean, it's
Mm-mm.
like we got it.
I feel like Love Island, aka Lust Island. That's all it is. They don't know what they are. Nobody can think straight
These
over
past
there.
2 seasons, I'm like, I
That's
don't, woof,
exactly
I
what it
don't know what's
is.
going on.
But us, you, I'm gonna say us Americans, we need something to watch in reality TV. So Love Island, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
If y'all are seeing this, cast me.
Okay.
Just kidding. Or am I?
Are you?
No, no, not at all.
But all right. Talked about a lot going on in the sports world. We'll have NBA free agency coming up soon, so I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss there. What's gonna happen with Giannis, LeBron, Ja, and then new music that's gonna drop. So yeah, thank you again for tuning in to Three the Charm. Make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe.